How does Soundlines Global ensure integrity, transparency in the recruitment processes?
You can find this in the Soundlines DNA itself.
Raj, 20 years. How has this journey been?
In my entire career, I have happily recruited over 500,000 people or maybe more.
How do you have this good bond with your clients?
Most of our competitors go and criticize about different agencies. I don't have that habit, neither I want to develop that culture.
Raj, 20 years is a phenomenal time, isn't it? How has this journey been, and what has made you be still with Soundlines Group?
Okay. It's a very long story, but I'll try to make it as short as possible. I was in the same field, okay, when I found Soundlines, or Soundlines found me, or either ways around. It so happened we met accidentally.
Okay.
And I was given an offer being in the same industry. So for me, it was a new opportunity. I was young. I was 25 years old then. I really wanted to do something in Dubai. Okay. And with the given opportunity, I wanted to try out, okay, what is this company all about? Though we are in the same industry, let's find out. Yeah. When I started my journey, what I found is the founders of the company, they were really focused. They were people who wanted to encourage people. They wanted to do something in life. Okay. And I found the culture in Soundlines extremely satisfying.
Nice.
And end of the day, that is what led me to stay longer as a job. But why in the industry? Because I feel, a lot of times, many people, I've heard this, okay, and I've experienced it when I meet different clients, different people. Recruitment agency, you cheat people.
Oh.
Okay. You charge too much money. Some clients, the first meeting is, I know how much money you are charging. So I definitely want to say Soundlines is one agency or industry, I would say. This is something which is rare. Okay. I am in this industry because I feel I am doing, or we as a group are doing a very noble job.
Noble job, right?
Why noble job? See, everyone has a role. Okay. Our role is to provide jobs. We feed so many families.
It's true.
We bring thousands of people here on an annual basis. So imagine one family member supporting 6 members back home.
Yeah.
So in my entire career, I think I have happily recruited over 500,000 people or maybe more.
Wow.
You can imagine the kind of families we have supported.
That's true.
And in Soundlines today, I believe we are somewhere around to 22,000 plus people.
Yes.
Okay. And you can imagine as a group alone how many families we are supporting.
That's true.
And that is most important.
Yes.
And I feel this is the most noble job I can give back.
True.
Okay. To consider the living for so many people globally. It's not only limited to one nationality, multiple nationalities.
Yeah.
And this is the driving force for me to stay in the industry. And I will continue to do this noble job no matter what the world is going to say to me. And when you do a good job, there is always bad criticism.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fight it back, and I will be here in the industry for a long time.
That's nice. You'll always fight it back with your lovely smile.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Nice. I would like to understand, how does Soundlines Global ensure integrity, transparency in the recruitment processes, especially when it comes to candidates and equally even for client?
Okay. See, for this, every client has a different experience.
Yeah.
Okay. However, I would say you can find this in the Soundlines DNA itself. It's clear from the top. We have to have clarity, honesty, and integrity. That's the simple basic ethics anyone can have when you are running such a large organization.
Right.
So we are very clear on our processes. We are very transparent with our client. Each of our processes is well explained to our client. Right from the service fees, the tickets, how we select the candidates, how our advertisements are placed.
Right.
Okay, how our immigration clearance happen, We even provide videos, documentation for orientations. We allow our clients to speak to our clients before deployment.
Oh.
Any questions, any misunderstanding, everything can be cleared before departure. So
Okay.
I don't have any much problems when our candidates land here.
Okay. That's
And
great.
to the client, we are absolutely transparent. And I always believe in talking straight.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't take projects which I can't do. I don't give wrong promises. If I can't do, we can't do.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one funny thing. Most of my clients, or I would say, when I say my, it is sound nice. Okay. I'm used to saying that.
Yeah.
So most of our clients, I've always won in the second round. I'm known as a second round winner.
Okay.
Because when I speak the straight thing first time, most of our clients would not agree to it. The usual answer.
They don't digest it.
Yes. The other agency is already doing it.
Right.
So I say, please go ahead.
Yeah.
In case you fail, I'm always there for you.
Okay.
So most of my big clients, we have always won it on the second round. And that itself is a pure proof how transparent we are.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Especially now when there are so many recruitment agencies in the market, how do you have this good bond with your clients? I mean, what's the kind of client relationship that you maintain? Because it's also very individual specific. But how does this work and how do you educate even your team with regards to keeping a good rapport with clients?
See, first of all, what I've seen, most of our competitors go and criticize about different agencies. I don't have that habit. Neither I want to develop that culture.
Yeah.
It's a big market. The requirement is endless.
Of course.
Opportunity keeps changing from time to time. So I talk very straight to the clients. And that's, I think, the best thing they like about us. Straightforward and simple.
Simple, yeah. When we talk about our sourcing offices, if you can give us how the entire chain process works when you get an order, and then, how do you narrow down that this is from this country, you want manpower, or the client mentions it, or you all suggest it to the client in terms of where do you want the manpower from? How does this work with?
See, it all starts, of course, there are different customers with different expectations.
Yes.
But I generally use a common tool. It's called understanding. I need to understand the client.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is solution. I need to provide solution to the client. I try to provide them solution which will best suit them and us, as well as the candidates. We are three parties involved.
Yeah.
So it has to suit to all the three parties, candidates, the agency, and the client. And it should be a win-win situation for all.
Of course.
So I try and provide those kind of solutions to our clients. And it all starts with signing off an agreement. That is the most important part of any recruitment, or I would say for any contract.
Yeah.
We need to have our understandings in paper. We start by sending our requirements to our sourcing office. Once we decide what is the best solution,
Right.
we agree with the client and we start sending off our requirements to them. We then take government permissions. We advertise. We shortlist the candidates. We arrange for trade test. The client should come down most of the times to select the candidates on ground.
Okay.
Once those are done, we complete the medical formalities. We provide the documents to the client for visa processes. We get their visas. We complete our deployment process. And we notify the client of their arrivals.
Okay.
And after arrival, we have an additional service. We provide, you can say, after-sales service or customer support.
Yeah.
It's not limited to 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Generally, it's written in paper for 2, 3, or 6 months. But we provide service even after 4 years. The client still remember us. We had recruited a candidate from you 4 years back. He wants to resign. Can you help us? So we do help them.
Okay. That's great. That's great. So that's how then you keep the rapport and the memento going with the client, and that's how the client
Of course,
relationship.
it has to be. See, end of the day, it's not always personal relationship.
That's true.
Personal relationship needs to be supported by good service, because the client is with you for your service, not only a relationship. So relationship supported with good, or I would say the reverse of it. Good service supported by personal relationship always works out.
Could you just tell us some key qualities or characteristics, that would make a successful salesperson? Because for our viewers, in case, somebody wants to get into the recruitment business and, completely make their stamp in sales. Any kind of suggestions or any kind of tips that you think which is important, especially when it comes to the UAE market, because it's a very cutthroat when it comes to sales.
See, there are different strategies, and
Yes.
I'm no professor, but I can tell you my ways, okay, how I try to handle the customer based on my experiences. As a salesperson, I believe you need to be clear, number one, okay? Do not lie to your customer. Do not give them hopes which you cannot deliver. Commit what you can do.
Yeah.
This would be the first step. Take their things in clarity. Understand their requirements. Be sincere, straightforward, okay? And deliver quicker than what you have promised. These are the best tricks, or these are my recommendations to any of my sales team, or if anyone who is listening to this podcast.
Yes. Okay, that's great. That's actually a good tip, because I think that's
And lastly,
very important.
just be simple.
Be simple. Yeah, I think the most important thing is you should not beat around the bush.
Yes, absolutely.
You should absolutely tell your client what the fact of the matter is, so that things are more clear, as you've rightly said.
Solution oriented is what you need to
Yes.
come up with.
Yeah. Mr. Raj, transitioning into the outsourcing business, which which must have been quite a journey for you over the past now. Can you shed some light on the concepts of outsourcing, and why are companies in UAE actually preferring to outsource candidates than recruit them from overseas? Why is this business now catching so much light?
Okay. See, as I was discussing some time back,
Yes.
okay, regarding the same subject, I would say the market sometimes is a little bit unsecure. Now, I'll give you a typical example. I am a contracting company example. I got a project which may last a year, maybe 15 months.
Yeah.
I do not know whether I'll get a new project after that or not.
Right.
Or would it be of similar size, or would it be bigger, or it would be smaller? If I hire people on my own cost, I need to provide, if I'm hiring, let's say 500 people, I need to provide them continuous jobs.
Correct.
I myself do not know tomorrow if I'm going to get a new project or not. So what do I prefer? I prefer outsourcing.
Yes.
It is easier for me, convenient, it's time bound. I have no commitments beyond the time frame I've hired the candidates for. So this is one of the areas what clients are thinking nowadays, because many of the projects are fast forward, quick projects.
Correct.
So they cannot hire people for long term. So they utilize companies like us on an outsourcing model. We bring the manpower for them.
Yeah.
We utilize the manpower for the projects. The project is over. We pull back the manpower. We deploy them to a new site, or maybe with a new client.
Right.
So this is one of the reasons. Number two, there is a long time frame for recruitment. Okay, especially in today's date, the salaries in UAE are not particularly increasing for the blue collar workforce compared to Saudi Arabia or in Qatar, or now Europe is a new market.
Correct.
The salary is almost 3 times than what you get in UAE.
Okay.
So when clients go for huge recruitment, there is always a challenge of finding the right candidates. Of course, typical of UAE market.
Yeah.
I want the cheapest and the best quality. Okay. So having said that, it's a challenge for the client. You need to spend days, sometimes even weeks, to find the right candidate. And you need to get through the entire process of the visas. There is risk some candidates may not turn up.
Right.
Okay. So they want to avoid all these things.
Okay.
They need to spare time for the project managers to go and hire.
Right.
So that is all time consuming. So what they want, let us find a company who already has manpower, or who can bring it for us quickly under their guarantee, their assurance.
Okay.
If I do not like the person, they will replace it for me.
Right.
If somebody wants to resign, it is not my headache.
That's true.
Right. So these are some of the concepts why people want to outsource.
So what all are the key functions that you take care of in outsourcing, which is not on the client? What all are the factors that you all?
Technically, it's everything we take care of. So Everything, visa, HR desk,
Yeah.
okay, recruitment, payroll,
Payroll.
uh, complaints.
Right. And even the onboarding, I mean, they're in your camp, or where are the candidates?
We have our camps,
Yeah.
okay, we have our own transportation,
Okay.
and anything can be customized. I generally ask the client, how would you want it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want it everything on you? Do you want everything on us? Do you want part of it on you and part of it on me? And
Okay.
it also depends on project to project.
Of
Some
course.
project dynamics are as such where client cannot give everything on our side. It is convenient for them that some of the things, like example, accommodation, transportation, and food is taken care of by the clients.
Mm-hmm.
And there are scenarios where it is difficult for the client to manage those. So we manage that for the client.
Okay.
But I give option to all my clients.
Okay.
Whatever matrix or whatever combination you want, we are there to support you.
So it's an a la carte. So you
Yes,
can choose,
absolutely.
pick and choose however.
Absolutely. It's tailor made. How you want it, I deliver that way.
That must have picked up so well, isn't it? Even for sound lines, isn't it?
Yes. That is the reason why, as I said, in the last 3-4 months, I've recruited almost 1,000 people.
Yeah,
I do not have a single idle person in my camp right now.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
The moment I bring, they are immediately deployed. And what Soundlines also guarantees is no one will be unpaid, even if they are idle in our camps. It is a guarantee of Soundlines that none of our employees will be exploited. None of our employees will be left in the camp unpaid. We will take care of them.
So for which category, which industries, Mr. Raj, is hiring of, especially outsourcing of manpower much more? Which industries?
See, right now we are hiring for retail. We are doing for warehousing. Okay. We are doing for construction, MEP.
Okay.
We are doing for, this is a new sector, I would say. I'm providing manpower even for restaurants.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
A lot of restaurants are coming up to us. I have some good 2-3 brands now with
I
us.
see. Okay.
They have taken all their manpower through us.
Outsourcing.
Yes, outsourcing.
Great.
And
great.
as I usually say, what can you give us? I can give you from a worker all the way up to a scientist. As long as we can find them. So the process is just the same. And yes, I'm always available to provide any categories.
Oh, that's
White collar or blue
that's
collar.
Great. Wow, that's great. So we do, even Soundlines does, of course, predominantly we're known for blue collar manpower, but we even do white collar. So how has this been for outsourcing? Have we got anything recently for?
I have a couple of projects in white collar as well.
I see.
We are quite choosy on who the client is.
Yeah.
Okay. Managing blue collar and white collar, I feel, is my perception.
Yes.
It's a little different. Okay. One set of people are professional, educated, and there is a different way of handling this kind of people.
Right.
And the other end, they are like our children. We need to guide them.
Correct.
Okay. They have their emotional problems, family problems.
Yeah.
So at Soundlines, we have actually not instructed, that would be the wrong word. We have trained our team in such a way to address their emotional problems, their personal problems.
Yeah.
So that's how we take care of our workers.
Oh, okay. That's great. Now, in addition to your role in outsourcing, Mr. Raj, you also head now the new transportation division, which is along with Soundlines Global right now. How has this been in the past couple of months?
Okay. You can say this is like a fascination come to reality. Okay. The world logistics is quite a huge industry.
Right.
And I was always fascinated with trucks and stuff like that.
Since a kid?
Yes. I've been playing with trucks and stuff like that. So it so happened I met somebody from the industry, okay, who was quite keen, looking for investors.
I see.
And gave me the initial concept, what it is all about, how we can execute the business. I've been known not to take too bigger risks. So this was one of the time I thought I should take some kind of risk.
Okay.
Okay. I thought I could afford it at this moment. So I brought this concept to our board.
Okay.
Fortunately, everyone said, okay, why don't you give it a try?
Nice.
And we just started, like you can say, overnight. And yes, up to now, it's been less than a year.
Okay.
But we have been quite successful.
Wow, that's great.
I've had my hands-on experience with drivers, with mechanics, how the loading happens, big loads, pipes.
Okay.
Different industry. I've been to Jebel Ali Port multiple times, to Hamria Port multiple times. I got to see what is happening on the ground. So yes, it has been a fascinating journey for me as well.
That's nice.
And the entire team is quite excited. So every month our deliveries are more. And yes, this is one of the things which we have started quite new. There's a lot to learn.
Sure.
We are still a baby, you can see. We are an infant in the industry.
Okay.
But I'm committed to develop this. Within the next 2-3 years, I expect something bigger to happen.
That's great.
But yes, we are on the right foot, and the day-to-day sales is increasing, and the movement of our vehicles are higher every day.
So to which all countries do the trucks go?
See, currently we are an international land transport as of today. We will definitely develop it to further, you can say, departments, okay, in tomorrow's date. Currently, we are delivering within UAE, within the Emirates, within the GCC. When I say within the GCC, I am free to take any load to Oman, to Saudi Arabia, anywhere in Saudi Arabia. Most of my loads are going now to Riyadh, to Jeddah area, and especially NEOM.
Okay.
I'm carrying you can say, pipes, which I've never seen in my life. They are so huge. One pipe is equal to one 12-meter truck.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm carrying those kind of load.
Oh.
I'm delivering to Kuwait. I'm delivering to Doha. But yes, we are also open to deliver to other countries like Jordan and all, as and when we get our loads. So yeah, these are the areas where we are servicing right now.
Oh, that's very interesting. So now, what's your team size like for the transportation?
As I said, we started with 2 people, or you can say 1.5, because I knew half the things. Okay. Today we are more than 15 odd people in the transportation department, and another 6-7 on hire right now who have not joined. And I really do not know what all I need now. So it's like ad hoc, whatever I need. We are picking up the people, and we are trying to give a better service to our clients. And yes, because that is what is most important for us. Nice. So we have good clients working with us, and I'm pretty happy, as well as I'm proud that something's working quite well.
Oh, that's great. That's great, Mr. Raj. And we'll switch the gear a little bit, and let's get on to another activity round.
I hope it's not coffee again.
So this is going to be a little simple. This doesn't have any espresso shot.
Okay.
It's called the word association.
Word association. Right? Okay.
So you need to answer the first word that comes to your mind. So I will say a word, and then you need to answer a word that comes to your mind. When whatever rings your bell. Would
you give me a couple of seconds to think?
Not really, but I think you need to be the first thing that comes in your mind.
Okay, sure.
Success.
Climb.
Okay. Innovation.
Okay, give me a second. Simplicity.
Innovation is simplicity?
You innovate, things become simple for you.
Okay, all right. Teamwork.
Good management.
One word. No, then you need to have a special shot on this. No. Teamwork.
Satisfaction.
Collaboration. Okay. Soundlines Global.
My life.
Okay, nice. That's great, Mr. Raj. I want your thoughts. Anything that you want to tell the viewers or listeners, especially things about the company, and maybe norms and viewpoints which probably people who have not been to the Middle East. A lot of people have different thought processes, especially when they think about the GCC market, in terms of, culture, in terms of how things are perceived over here. But when they come here, it's much different.
Yes.
So I would just like you to put some limelight on that aspect in terms of how has this market been, and, what is it that we're looking at for the next couple of years?
See, I have never considered the market as bad. There are different challenges during different periods. That's all what
Right.
it is.
Yes.
Okay. So opportunity is always been there. It has always been here. I would recommend, see, if you have the right talent or if you are applying, see, you got to be in the right place at the right time
Of course.
for the right thing.
Yes.
There is always a way to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would generally recommend, like, if you are coming to the GCC, it's a safe market. You will definitely get the job if you look for it. And if you are coming through an agency, come through a reputed agency.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying everyone come through Soundlines. Yes, we are one of the major players.
Yes.
Everyone is welcome. And we'll treat everyone fairly like we treat our clients. We treat equally right to our candidates as well.
Right.
Okay. It has to be fair. And that's
Yes.
the business ethics we have.
Yes.
So, however, if you are come through an agency, a proper registered one who has their offices, who can take care of you, especially once you land, if there's any issues, there has to be somebody to take responsibility.
Of course.
Soundlines does that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? We attend to every single complaint.
Yeah.
So that's my best recommendation. But yes, opportunity-wise, there are good opportunities in the market. Especially now, the market is growing. Saudi Arabia is doing really great.
Right.
Okay, there are massive
Yes.
projects are being announced. The hiring has been going left, right, and center.
Yes.
And because of the demand in Saudi Arabia, there are many industries. Example, manufacturing steel. That is what I carry.
Yeah.
Okay, so that industry is booming right now. Almost every day, I'm sending anywhere between 5 to 25 loads each day.
Wow.
Okay, to the GCC. So yes, there is a demand. That is why those loads are being taken away. So
Correct.
the market is coming up, and I can see that from my outsourcing activities, from my recruitment activities, we are doing better than what we were a couple of years back. So those are the indications for us. And on a day-to-day basis, we visit and meet so many different clients with so many different ideas,
Yes.
so many different informations.
Yeah.
Okay, so we take feedback from them.
Yeah.
And yes, these are our main indicators.
In the growing market, especially when we're looking at UAE, which is booming in the construction business and everything, there are sometimes challenges, especially with regards to hiring manpower for skilled professions, right? For skilled job positions. How have you handled this, and how has Soundlines hired the right manpower for these kind of skill positions?
Okay, I will try to explain it in the shortest of the words. Actually, the whole world knows how we do it. Okay, and most of the times we are one of those guys, you can say, as a company who starts something and the market follows it. Okay, this has been the trend. So once again, what I generally say is we have a very strong recruitment team. Okay, here in the UAE as well as in overseas countries, they are thoroughly experienced for over 10 years. Some people are working with Soundlines for 15 years, 20 years. Okay, with those kind of expertise and we have a very good network in the entire market. Generally, clients they check with me. What are your locations? Where are you based? I don't know what to answer because I'm based everywhere. Okay, so you take for example, where am I not there? We are there in Delhi, we are there in UP, Lucknow, Bihar, we are there in Kolkata, we are in South India, we are in North India. So I really don't know. So I generally say I'm everywhere. So yeah, we have a very good network in the entire market, not only in India, in other countries as well. And we have an excellent team. We have a very rigorous process which is been polished from time to time. Okay. We, as you said, you asked me what is innovation for you, right? So we have been innovating for so many years, year after year. We do something, and I always feel there is always room for betterment, and that is innovation for me.
Yes,
and that's what we follow, and that's the kind of service I deliver to our clients.
Oh, that's great. So on a closing note, before we wrap up, anything you'd like to specifically tell our listeners, any kind of, because you have so much of knowledge and expertise since 20 plus years now in the same industry, anything that you would like our viewers to know or our listeners to know about?
There are so many things. Which one would you want me to say?
Anything that you think that, which would be an advantage for our viewers to know.
Yeah. Okay, see, I would say for the candidates.
Yes, okay.
One important point, be sure when you come here. Don't change jobs frequently. It's not, especially for the white collars, it's not a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you're coming, be sure that initially you could face hardship, especially related to things like accommodation, okay, related to your first pay.
Right.
It may not be the best in the market, but you got to stay here, work it out for a year, 2 years, and then you start getting your opportunities.
Okay.
So come here with a clear mind, and of course, as I always say, come through the right company.
Yeah, that's the key. That's very important.
That's very important.
Yeah, that's very important.
And it's nothing difficult here. Come with the right agency, with the right documentation, with the right government process. There's no hassle.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Raj. It was indeed a very delightful conversation with you. And I hope our viewers also, take back home some very nice message which you have put forward today. And before we wrap up, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us, with our viewers?
I would like to thank, first of all, why we stand right now is because of our customers.
Yes.
So through this podcast, I would really want to thank all our customers, big and small, who has actually supported us. And without them, we would not have been to come up to this position.
Indeed.
And for what they have given us, we would want to give back to those customers by giving better services each day. Other than my customers, I really want to thank our team, the Soundlines team, which we commonly say as Soundliners. Without the help of them, we would have not been able to maintain such huge database of clients. So really thank you to all my team.
Thank you so much, Mr. Raj. Thank you for your time. And that wraps up another insightful episode of Beyond Borders. A huge thank you to you, Mr. Raj.
Thank you
for sharing your expertise and experience with us today. We hope you enjoyed listening as much as we enjoyed bringing you this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more engaging conversations with industry experts. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, please feel free to reach out to us on our social media channels. Until next time, remember to think beyond borders and explore the endless possibilities in the world of HR and recruitment. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Beyond Borders by Soundlines Global. Goodbye for now.